because what you need to do is you come in, you need to experience a flower shop. Come in, look at the flowers, smell the flowers, talk to us, or talk to wherever you go, and find new varieties, new colors of flowers. You know, that kind of puts you at ease. That's the start of your well-being. It's, you know, everybody here is kind of, we're all happy when we come to work here because we're all around flowers, and it really makes a happy place. Also color affects moods. So what you want to do is, take for instance orange. Orange is the happiest color of flowers. It brings out, it promotes optimism, enthusiasm. It's an uplifting color. And this time of year, there's a lot of orange around. It's a fall color. But we have a variety of colors here, so that if you really need orange someday, come in and get it and get uplifted. Another one is your blues and your lavenders and your pale greens. They're more of a soothing, tranquil. You really want to relax and have a kind of a relaxing evening or relaxing day. Get some lavenders or blue flowers and use that. Flowers also, they kind of open your heart. You know, it's kind of once your heart is open, you have a positive outlook on your day. So that kind of helps out flowers. And all this was done on a lot of the universities had like Harvard did a study, Rutgers did a study. They all did a study. A lot of the human resources did studies on the flowers, giving of flowers. Best thing to do is put flowers around your house. I would say the best place is on your nightstand, so before you go to sleep, and when you get up in the morning, you see the flowers, and that kind of wakes you up, makes you become alive. The same thing in your office. If you have a desk, bring a little flowers and put it on the desk and keep it there for the week. And also, two of the best things to do is send flowers to a friend or give flowers to a stranger. We do the Society of American Florists does every October, we call it Pedal It Forward. And all the florists around get together and they give a bouquet, give 2 bouquets to someone, and that someone is supposed to pass it on to someone else. And when we do that, it's just amazing how people are lifted because they're getting flowers. And lots of times when we deliver flowers, especially to offices, you don't know how many people say, even the men say, "Oh, is that for me?" And they have a big smile on their face. So it does do a lot for your well-being. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple arrangements. I have a bouquet of flowers here that you want. Sorry, something came up here. I got to get rid of. I have a bouquet. Kind of, lots of times you see these, even in grocery stores. I mean, if that's where you buy your flowers, that's great too, as long as you get yourself some flowers. And this is a nice bouquet that we're promoting. And basically what you do, instead of putting it in a vase like this, is what you want to do is you want to take it apart and use it around your house. And everybody has like they have all kinds of containers around. You can we're going to do something, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. We're going to do like a water glass or a wine glass. Everybody has a mug at at your office or in your house. Use it. Mason jar, best thing for making arrangements. So what you want to do is you want is just figure out where you want to go. The best place too is in the kitchen. If you're home, because everybody's home in the kitchen. You get up in the morning, where you go, everybody congregates in the kitchen, getting ready for breakfast, getting ready for school, getting ready to go to the office. So it's a great place to have flowers to get you going during the day. And what I find too is if you have a spot that's cluttered a lot, put an arrangement there and that clutter will go away. So So what you want to do is you want to just get your flowers and just use a couple. So we have a rose, and we have a little astrameria, which is a great flower. It's a long-lasting flower. And what you want to do is, and we have a little calla. Basically, this is a little arrangement that you're going to put in your vase, and you want to put a little bit of greens with it. So what you want to do is take it, and then you want to cut it short, and you tie it together. Now you can use a little rubber band, you can use a little string, you can use a twist tie, and just tie it together, a little bit of a band, and then cut it, and then you have a little arrangement for your desk. Something similar to that. Basically, that's all you need on your desk. You put that on your desk, you put it on your office. So that's kind of a nice little piece. And the same thing, what I like to tell people is, make a few small arrangements. Use them on your dining room table for dinner or whatever, and then take them off and put them around, because you're done in the dining room. Put them in the kitchen, put them in the bathroom. It's a good spot for flowers. So you can, again, see them first in the morning, just before you go to sleep, and get you, relax. Oh, here's another rose, a little Berber Daisy. This is a peach and an orange together. And I like for the fall to put a little bit of lavender with it. It kind of brings out the colors. This is Lysianthus, which is a long-lasting flower. It works great. Anytime, we have it any time of the year. It comes in a variety of different colors. But again, just hold it in your hand. You can pull it apart and make like a little bouquet in your hand. You want to cut it short. Now this one I don't have it. I'm going to do without greens. You really don't need to put greens and everything. Again, the best thing, you want to tie in. This way everything stays together and it won't flop out of the container. Cut it, and then you put it in your vase. So this would be a nice one for maybe for your counter in the kitchen. It's a little taller. It will be a nice little arrangement in the kitchen. Sometimes the best thing to do is just a single flower. If you want to just get a lot of people, this is a popular flower, is the Hydrangea, and it's a kind of a temperamental flower, so it really needs lots of water. The best thing to do is just put a couple together. I wouldn't do any greens with it. Just put it, cut it, tie it together. You probably get a longer lasting without the long stems on it, and then that'll just go in your vase. And that's what you can do around. And this comes in lots of colors too. It comes in pinks and lavenders. And this time of year, there's a lot of antique color. Dark greens and the browns and the reds. And just have that on your table.
But what do you use for a tie?
We use a rubber band. We have rubber bands. These little tiny rubber bands. You see that? It's hard to see, but you can use a string. You can use a twist tie, pipe cleaner. There's raffia, which is this type of. It's like it's a natural looking that you can use to tie. And if you're doing a bigger bouquet, this is a good thing to use, is the rabbit. You don't want to use just straight wire, because it will cut. If you tie it too tight, it will cut the flowers, stems. Basically, you just want to have a little bit of just to hold it together. And with this one, we're just going to put a couple of football mums with it. This time of year, they're a great flower. And again, this one will be a little bit larger bouquet. So this is a nice fall piece. And again, just that's it. That's all you need. Just flowers, and then you use a rubber band, or you can use, I'll show you this here. You just take this, go around a couple times, and then you just tie it off. And then you're all set. And with this, you can leave that because it's kind of a natural one. And with that, we have a little bit of a little vase. And this can go right in there. And you have another vase set up. And again, if you wanted to do these all on your dining room table for dinner, they're great. You got different heights in there, you got little different colors, so it all brings it, you see all right? So it all brings it together. So you have a nice long dining room table arrangement. And again, just take them off and put them around the house. People don't realize that you can, instead of taking the bouquet and just plopping it in one vase, just pep it around your house. It's going to make you happier. You see flowers.
Do you recommend putting any sugar or something in the
Yeah.
water?
Well, usually when we sell a bouquet, you get a little packet of preservative with it, and that should go in the water. If you don't have it, sugar is great, because the flowers are still they're still alive, even though they're cut, so they still need some nourishment to keep going. The only thing with them is that the water, if you have this, without anything, the best thing to do is every couple of days just dump the water out, put fresh water in. Your your arrangements will last a lot longer that way with fresh water. And again, if you don't have it, put in some sugar. People put in soda too, like Sprite or 7-Up, because it's got a lot of sugar in it, and that'll kind of help keep them going. I mean, and then if you have, sometimes you have like a little tiny vase, whether it's a bud vase or something like this, single flower in the vase is just as nice. So if you could do this, and even if you want to put a little piece of green in there with it, you can get a little piece of green and add that to this side. It compensates a little bit on that, so you have this type of look. So even if you buy yourself five flowers for the day, you get these little vases and you put 5 around the house. It's a much nicer. It's a fun look. It's easier to get your mind off of everything when you have flowers all over your house. And then if you have, you have a few left over, you can make a little larger arrangement. For your, put this on your kitchen counter, on your island, nicer, bigger arrangement.
Is this all one bouquet that you're doing?
This is all one bouquet.
Wow.
That we have. And what I like to do too is go out, if you have stuff in your yard, especially this time of year, just cut it like this Dusty Miller. This is a good plant that grows in people's yards. They have it for annuals. Just cut some of that and use it. And put that in your arrangement.
But don't let your neighbors see you cut the flowers on their.
Well, that's right. Do it at night.
Yeah, don't get caught.
Yeah. But then this is like I said, this will be a little larger bouquet. When you get into a little bigger types, you're going to have to maybe put a couple of things around it so it stays together. This can go in a bigger, container. Something like this. And then that'll go in there. So you have some.
Very nice, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, that okay, we maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little arrangements that can be placed around your home, your office. The office is a great place to have flowers. I mean, you know, those that go to HAYVN see the yellow flowers that they get every week. It's nice, it's fun, it's relaxing. So as we go, any questions? Anybody have anything you want to?
I have two questions.
Sure.
Should the stems of the flowers be cut on a diagonal?
It can be. And when they're in water like this, it's not necessary. Sometimes it's hard to do that, especially if you, depending on the container. If you're using Oasis, that it's a sponge type of thing that we use.
Mm-hmm.
Better thing to cut at an angle because you get more surface area going into the Oasis. As long as you, and when you're doing it in water, as long as you have everything recut and it's in the water, you really don't have to put it in. You really don't have to cut it on an angle. But when you're using that, yes, you should cut it on an angle.
Great. And my other question is, can you recommend maybe 2 or 3 types of flowers that are longer lasting?
Sure. One of the longer lasting is the Astramaria, which is this flower here. You know, if you get it in water like this, it'll last you 2 weeks, just in water. You know, taking care of it, cleaning the water, dumping the water out. This will last you a good 2 weeks. Your pom-poms, your carnation, or your football mums, or any of your mum in the chrysanthemum family, they'll last. That's a long-lasting flower. The Lysianthus, which is this type of flower, this one here, that is also a long-lasting flower. You know, that'll last a good 7-10 days. But the thing is people don't realize that you really still have to take care of it. You just can't take it and put it in a vase and hope for the best. It's not going to happen because you really have to make sure you change the water, add water, especially once you recut the flowers. Once you do this and you recut the flower, they're drinking again. So you can see how much that'll drink overnight if you do it, and you'll see. So the next day you really need to add more water to your arrangements. And like I said before, with these type of arrangements, you can just take them right out, dump them, and put them right back in with fresh water.
It's like I see that like tulips sometimes I put them in and then they just seem.
Oh, they grow.
They grow.
Yeah, tulips will grow. They
Yeah.
grow towards the light, no matter what you do. So if you're planning on tulips, the best thing to do is cut them a little shorter. So they're a little shorter because by the next day they're going to be, you know, they do their own thing. They go towards the light. They grow towards the light.
Yeah.
So,
Do you have a favorite vase that you?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a favorite vase? It looked like you had all sorts of things. Or like, what's the most creative vase that you?
Well, we do more of the cube type of. We do this type of container. You know, it's more of a round, low lush type of arrangement. These are very nice to do because you can see what kind of see what's in them. You can see that you need to change the water. I picked these vases today because like I said, a lot of people have these at home. You have a mug, you have a wine glass, you have probably a glass, a jelly jar, something like that. You know, just put it in whatever. Especially for your house. I mean, if you have a contemporary house, I'm sure you have some nice contemporary vases that you can use. If you have a colonial type of house, the mason jars or the jelly jars are great for that. So as long as, it really doesn't matter what they go in, as long as they're in the water and you're taking care of them.
Okay.
Anyone else? Any questions? Any more? Everybody's good?
Yeah, looks beautiful. So when is that 50% discount?
Every Friday.
Oh, okay.
Every Friday we have it,
Okay.
every Friday. So it's on now.
Great.
Got people coming in. So
I've been taking advantage of it it's a great thing.
yeah, it is
Get it
great.
for on Friday.
Oh, I'll be in.
Yeah, come in Friday, like I said, and then just take, get a bunch of flowers, and then just take them home and spread them around your house. So, spread most of them around the house, bring one to the office.
Great way to start a weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start a weekend at home, and then Monday you bring it to the office, and you're all set to go for the week.
Okay. Well, thank you so much,
All
Bob.
right.
That was really, really great. And we love having
Yeah.
you at HAYVN.
Okay, great.
This is
Well, thank you.
great.